accents.
No one's watching anyway, but we're live.
Are we?
That's because I showed that this was improv, so I don't know how many people will bother showing up, but I just wanted to talk with friends and have a bit of fun. So,
Well, you
Why
said
would I
something
do
about
Hey,
Twitter
Jen.
and that.
G'day, Jen. How are you?
I'm all right.
One of my
Sorry
tormentors.
I'm late. Well, hi, Dave.
Hello.
Haven't seen you in a long time.
I know.
Did you watch my
Dave.
Ken Ham thing?
No, I was busy.
Dave,
having
you saw it
breakfast.
oh no, you didn't because you were doing your
Oh
stream.
no, you mean that? Yes, I watched your thing. I commented.
Did you? Oh, fuck, I didn't even notice. I thought Kaz did, but I didn't notice that you had. Did you? No, you didn't.
Your Ken Ham video.
Sorry, I forgot.
Yeah, no, you didn't. Not
You
according to me. Oh, unless, of course, I've had a whole heap of innocent things put up as being likely spam or held for review.
Oh, I only read.
Okay. No, that's weird. Oh, that's really weird.
Right. Okay. Firstly, right, to get YouTube comments, I have to go to 3 different places to get them all. Because they
Yeah,
don't
no,
work
I just
right.
realized that. So people are saying I should Spotify it. There is no way I'm going to Spotify it.
TikTok's the place to be with it now.
Sorry?
TikTok.
I could TikTok it. That'd be cool. I
Jeff's
don't have a
in the
TikTok account. Jeff's in the back. Hey, Jeff. Wherever you are. Hey, Jeff.
Hi, Jen.
Oh,
Good morning.
Hello, Jen.
hi, Jeff.
Hello, Dave.
Hello.
Oh,
So,
Oh, we have people in chat. Hi, people in chat. I didn't realize we have people in chat yet. Hi.
yeah, you got a couple.
I just went live. There was nobody there when I went live. And there's people here now.
I'm just waiting for the caffeine to kick in, so I'm waking up to participate properly.
That's okay, Kate. Is Diana up?
I haven't seen her,
All right.
but normally she's up before Kate.
Well, yes, but that's only because of time zones.
And you're a night owl.
No, I try to go to bed at midnight.
Oh, they have to end this stream in half an hour if I was planning on doing that.
Yes, but I mean real
That's
midnight. American midnight. I'm kidding.
Oh, sorry, Aussie Midnight's no. Oh, of course, because we're fake.
Yeah,
I
that's right.
don't know. I just wanted to play the part of the ignorant, obnoxious, self-centered American for 5 seconds. So,
I was
Yeah,
just
but
thinking, if
Australians are
Aussies are
pretty
fake,
used to-
is that why we're so good at faking orgasms?
Are you?
Are you good at faking orgasms?
I don't know. You've seen the video.
Yeah, we don't know if that's fake.
I actually have not seen this video.
Sorry.
I said I have not seen this
Tennis.
video.
It's the start of one of my debunking videos. Cool, good vibrations. I think the video is, and I just start off with vibrator sounds and me making orgasm noises.
I see.
I can't help myself. I've got to try. I don't think I've managed to put humorous starts on all of them, but I try to. It gets hard sometimes to think of how can I make this sort of humorous.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know what that's like. There's a bunch of things I sort of improv on my own videos, and it's not easy to be original every time. Like, putting a humorous caption over the scroll of my patrons kind of thing. I can't always come up with something clever and related to the video and all of that stuff to put on that. And yeah. And also, I love to steal the first comment on my own videos, just so not everyone's going first, So I try to keep those funny too. But again, after how many hundreds of thousands of videos I've made, it gets either repetitive or old or whatever.
Yeah. I've tried not to do the first thing because I know there's so many people who like to be first, so I try not to do it on my own streams. I'll do it on other people's, but I don't like to do it on my own, so I'll just leave it. See who does it. Only problem is you don't always see them because if you don't leave the window open and you come back to it later, you sometimes miss the top few chats. So yeah. That's why you sometimes get if you've logged the stream up early enough, you'll get multiple people saying first because they all thought they were.
Yes. I always knew
Because
that.
Dave does that all the time.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, no stress phone call. Yeah, so that was fun, and despite having to ask people if they could do the English voice for me, I couldn't get anyone. Not in the time frame I needed it.
How many English people here do you, like? There's 2 English people.
I
in this
do.
chat
I-
right
I-
now,
yeah,
Jen.
and I
If you
asked.
found someone and you didn't respond.
Yeah, no, because I'd
I
already
know-
put the video up by then.
And
Oh,
we
fair
know a very posh badger who could have.
Yeah, I know. Badger offered, but he couldn't do it for a couple of hours later, and I wanted to get the video up, so it was one of those things that if I'd thought about it earlier, I would have done it. But
Has Jenny fallen asleep?
Jen, are you
Well,
okay
I
there,
haven't.
Jen?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just close to falling asleep.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, I was just looking, and all of a sudden you're like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and
she did-
I
she
figured
did what
you
I
were
did in movie night.
deflating.
I know what it looked like. I'm just very, very, very tired.
hey,
Okay.
Raven.
I'll try to last.
Hello, Revan.
Well, I
And then
mean,
I still
I
have
think
some coffee.
possibilities were either that you were actually falling asleep, pretending to fall asleep, or were in some sort of distress. And, you know,
Yeah. Oh yes, and that is a concern. Jen.
well, I mean, after my own experiences with Steve Buttmunch McRae ignoring that seizure I had, I figure watching other folks and taking heed of their condition might be less hypocritical of me.
I'll try to snore next time. That'll help.
No, you did that after movie night. Jen, did I actually snore during movie night? Because I did fall asleep.
No, I didn't hear you.
Oh, thank God for that.
If it was audible, we would have mentioned it.
It's okay, because I know I fell asleep. I was here going.
We probably would have cranked up the audio and pinned your window.
Yeah, I bet you would have.
You bet.
Yeah, I was definitely asleep. I think I fell asleep for about 20 minutes of it. I was like, that was only 3 hours of sleep last night. That's what did that. And then after movie night, I went and slept up until the roasted canned ham thing was on. So
Yeah, I didn't get to bed till about 4:30 last night, and then I had to be up for
thanks, Sassy.
that cripple guy.
Cripple guy.
All right, go over that stupid quiz.
Yeah.
Actually, should we get Badger in here? We could have a debate over whether Twinkies
Well,
better than Battenberg.
Oh, I haven't sent
No,
Badger
no,
the
it was-
link.
I thought it was
Because Badger's
putting
not in
Ho-Ho's
any of the
Ding
groups
Dong.
we're in. I just realized that. I haven't sent Badger a link. Yeah, why not?
Man.
Why not?
Those groups are hard to keep up with. People talk so much in such a short span of time.
I just
Yeah,
ignored it.
I want Badger in here so
I-
we can talk about Star Wars.
No, let's not get him in here and torture him.
Wait, does Badger have a thing about Star Wars?
Oh, he loves
Oh,
Star.
yeah.
He loves
He
Star
loves
Wars.
Star
He
Wars.
just doesn't like
He
a,
hates Disney.
yes, doesn't
Oh,
like
well,
a
who
certain.
doesn't hate Disney? Okay.
Why can't I find Badger's? Why can't I find Badger? I have so many people in my
Bad
notices.
temper, Badger.
Yeah, look, I thought I'll search for him. That's easier.
Every time I hear his name, I get an old internet meme stuck in my head. You remember, like, around about the time the hamster dance was popular, and they had these weird animations, these flash animations. There was one that went badger,
Yeah.
mushroom, badger. Every time someone says his name, that goes in my head. Every time.
Yeah, that's everyone.
We,
That's just Badger. And the worst thing is he plays it sometimes. Or we play it to annoy him.
Sometimes.
I used to use the Badger thing to rickroll people.
Hmm.
Instead of the actual Rickroll.
Well,
I've
it was
not-
pre-Rickroll actually.
I've not quite forgiven Mero for getting me on April Fool's Day with a fucking Rickroll. I'm like,
Well,
Critical question
Yeah.
60.2.
2000
Oh, I think if Dave's got some questions, he's welcome to ask us questions if he wants to.
it's kind of like, damn it, Mero, 2006 wants its joke back.
I was on a web board a while back where instead of the Rickroll, we had the She Monkey. Anytime anyone would post there's this, the She Monkey.
Oh my God!
Anytime someone said something that they probably ought not have, we
Oh,
were like,
make that
"That's it,
go
I'm posting
away."
the She Monkey." So
Oh,
yeah,
brilliant.
Oh God!
Oh,
and that's
brilliant.
exactly the reason. That reaction is exactly why we do it. It was basically our Rickroll, but you know.
That's
I love
2
it.
streams in a row where I've been grossed out.
What were you grossed out with last stream?
I can't remember, but I was grossed out.
Oh.
Dave, what was I grossed out about?
Twinkies.
No, I like
Battenberg.
Twinkies. No,
Battenberg?
I've never had a Battenberg.
Oh, I should say tell Badger we're going to talk Battenberg.
Yeah, do that.
So now, Battenberg cake is it some kind of special cake substance, or is it just the fancy colors and structure?
Yeah, it's just sort of fancy colours wrapped in marzipan, to be honest.
It's not very nice.
I don't think it is. I don't.
See, I really needed you in questions, Jeff. I was
Yeah.
losing the debate.
I think I would like
But
it.
Jeff was
I
with
like
us.
fruit
He
cake,
was,
so-
Yeah,
he was
I was-
crucifying Ken Ham.
Yeah. It's like my third stream today because I was on earlier with like Chris and Jay, introducing Jay to rugby league,
How'd that go?
and I don't.
you
Well,
mean?
Chris kind of picked a game that was bloody awful, so I don't think we've particularly made a threat. I think he's going to try Aussie rules football on him at some time.
I don't think Jay will like Aussie rules football somehow.
So yeah,
I mean, I'm
I was
Australian and I'm
curious,
sick
'cause
of it.
I keep hearing people mention this marzipan stuff, and it just doesn't seem to be popular in the U.S. at all, which is
It's
why
horrible.
I haven't actually encountered it.
What do you put around the wedding cake?
Wedding cakes, frosting.
Yeah, the really thick, hard frosting that you get on wedding cakes. That's what they call marzipan.
Is it?
Yeah.
No. Your frosting is icing.
No?
It's thick icing.
Yeah,
Marzipan is thick icing, yeah.
No,
but
no,
not
no.
here in the U.S.
No,
It's not.
Isn't
That's
it?
that's not what we use. We just use frosting.
Okay,
I
because
thought
that's what we
marzipan
call
was like-
marzipan here, is the thick
I thought-
icing.
Marzipan was like taking icing and whipping in
Almond.
meringue into
And
it.
it is?
Well, it's made out of almonds, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Although I like almonds, so
those
Maybe.
almond cookies that you get at Italian bakeries. I could eat a ton of those. They're so good.
it's why I like Magnum ice creams, because they've got they just
The
taste
almond
of
Magnum.
almond. The almond
Hmm.
Magnum is absolutely freaking gorgeous. It's probably my favorite ice cream.
I don't know, I
Classic.
found this English toffee chocolate stuff a while ago, and that will be the death of me. Oh my gosh, you have no idea.
You had a toffee crisp.
Hmm?
Toffee crisp.
They're overrated, Dave.
Well,
Oh, they're
It's-
really
it's-
nice.
It was like it was less crispy chunks of toffee and more like a syrupy swirl of it.
Mm. So, yeah, I just like the old-fashioned treacle toffees were my favourites.
Oh, almond butter and vanilla. Oh, actually, that sounds really nice. Okay, all right. Well, you guys call marzipan I like, but generally speaking, we think of the thick icing as marzipan.
Never really been
Oh,
a huge
I'd
fan of
probably eat
fruit
Battenberg.
on my pastry. Then I'm looking sometimes mild sweet fruits like cherry. I don't know. I always find those to be an unwelcome interruption in things like cookies and cake. Just leave the fruit off. I'll eat that separate.
Looks like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
marzipan
I
falls
go-
out of favor because of nut allergies. If you scale up bakeries, because it's made of almonds.
So what
I
are
am
the two
crazy
parts
for
of
maraschino?
what are the two parts of the Battenberg cake? Because you showed the picture and it was like two, it's not like different coloured squares. So what are they?
It's just coloured sponge, then jam, then marzipan.
That
So
sounds
that's
fine. What's wrong with that?
It's fine. It's the marzipan that's the problem.
What's wrong with the marzipan? To be honest,
It's too sickly sweet. It's just not. It's not enjoyable.
I've got to admit, I do not like marzipan at all.
Yeah, it's the sickly sweet I don't much care for with the fruit. It's like, especially with things like jams, and I think Jenny mentioned maraschino cherries.
Oh yeah.
Just the two, you can have mine then, because I don't know,
Okay.
they're just a weird kind of like cloying sweet that I don't care for.
Oh yeah, they're absolutely disgusting. I'm sure there's nothing in it that's good for you. Not even the cherry. I'm sure is bad. But
I
I
don't
just love the taste so much.
I guess it's
I-
just the clash of the different flavors and textures and everything. I don't know.
so we're going down the trait of what's everyone's favorite type of cake then.
Cake?
Viennetta.
Sorry,
Did you say cake?
cake. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean
red
the obvious
velvet's an
answer would
easy
be
go-to.
chocolate for some people, but I don't know.
I like, to be honest,
beetroot cake.
Victoria sponge. I like fresh sponge. Really
I
fresh.
like
really
fresh
light.
sponge too. But I mean, you really should try a properly made beetroot cake, chocolate beetroot cake.
That sounds
So-
disgusting.
Does cheesecake count as cake? Because I look at it and I see a pie.
No, not cake. Cheesecake is evil.
Well, I love
Cheesecake is
cheesecake,
not
but-
evil. but
Cheesecake
yeah,
Cheesecake is like
It's got cheese in
own
the name.
species.
Well, let's put it this way: if cheesecake isn't
Crunch
cake,
it like
then my
cheese.
answer is definitely pound cake is my favorite.
well, that's an interesting choice. Yeah, pound cake
Pumpkin
sounds
is
nice.
good. I like fruitcake. You get a fruitcake for Christmas and you want to get rid of it, send it to me.
But who makes cake out of flaming gay guys?
What?
Fruitcake.
Well,
Sorry,
it's,
I'll
it's
just
cutting
see
them. It's
myself
cutting
out.
them up. That's the hard part. They're hard to dice into little perfect squares.
You got to come in here and prove that if you want to argue that Battenberg is the best cake, Badger. You have a link. You're welcome to come in and argue it. But until then, we decide what the best cake is. But yeah, I don't know why you're so against the idea of a beetroot cake, Dave.
I don't know, but if a Badger, it doesn't matter. It has been objectively demonstrated that Battenberg is not the best cake. It's horrible.
Who objectively?
It was democratically decided in my chat.
No. Well, look, the chat was
Wait,
pretty
no.
even.
Wow. So I don't think we have this Battenberg cake here in the U.S.,
Yeah,
but
no.
I've just
Never
confirmed
seen
with
it.
my pollster
but I'm
that Battenberg is
looking,
objectively bad.
That's not what I
I'm
said.
looking at pictures and it looks really interesting.
It's like the black and white cookie, except it's a cake.
But what I'm seeing is like it looks like a loaf, and there's sort of a
Mhm.
checkerboard pattern of vanilla and I assume strawberry. I don't know. It
Yeah.
looks interesting.
Yeah,
But
I
is
thought
it-
it looked interesting too.
is
I
it
mean, I realize
coloring
it'd
or
be really
flavor?
sweet, but I mean, I've eaten Death by Chocolate, so you know that's pretty nasty as far as the sweet goes.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Num num.
But I agree with you on cheesecake. Cheesecake is more of a pie. It's
Yeah,
a cheese
exactly.
pie. It's not a cake.
Although
I think
cheese
it's-
pie sounds vaguely sexual.
I think it's its own species. I don't think it's a
Cheesecake?
cake or a pie. It's cheesecake.
I've heard some people call it a biscuit because the base is a biscuit, and then you've got a cheese filling for it. So you've got a creamy cheese filling.
So what you're
cheese-
saying is
a
it's a
cheese
deep dish
biscuit?
cookie.
It's a deep dish cookie. Yeah.
That's good.
Oh, fruitless tart. Well, that could work too. Only in a
Mm.
fruitless
Who is a fruitless
tart.
tart?
A fruitless tart?
Well, that's
You mean
probably
like,
me, actually.
like Celine Dion? Oh no, that would be
Con-
bitch, wouldn't it?
Considering I've only been laid once in the last 12 months, I think I'm pretty much a fruitless tart here. I shouldn't say stuff like that because it's going to come back to haunt me in some stream somewhere. Dave's going to say, and what does the fruitless tart think?
Good idea.
Fruitless
Thanks.
tarts can think.
Oh, fighting words.
That's not what I meant.
Actually,
They
in all,
think they
actually,
can.
if a cheesecake is a fruitless tart, we should probably call Mary a fruitless tart.
You know what, you think she's 90% cheesecake?
Well, she eats a lot of them. Mostly other people's.
She's done some cheesecake shots on her stream.
And she's got some cheesecake crime under her belt. Does Meredith?
She wears those
I'm
nacho
trying-
pants and
I'm trying to picture a cheesecake shot. It sounds good, but I don't know what it is.
a cheesecake shot is the expression given to like pinup girl shots.
Oh,
Slightly naughty boudoir.
I was hoping it was literally like a drink. Like I could totally see a shooter of some cheesecake flavored alcohol. I'd do that.
Well, there are pictures of Meredith with Notch's face on her ass. So does that count?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
Ugh, macaroons. Nobody should eat macaroons.
I agree with you. The macaroons are revolting.
I've always kind of defended Mero on the basis that I said that she didn't steal the cheesecake so much as she liberated it.
Yeah, well, that's valid point. That is.
Didn't they just elect the macaroon to be president in France?
I thought you guys had a macaroon as president. Oh no, sorry, you've got a Cheeto. I forgot. Yeah,
Cheeto.
Cheeto.
Yeah.
The Cheeto and Cheeto.
No, we have the Cheeto.
Have you guys watched any of Rainbow Randy?
Boris is just a dope.
You want to go check out some of the songs he's done about Trump. They are hilarious.
Oh, Randy is incredible.
Randy is amazing. I'm glad you know who I mentioned. Rainbow Randy is brilliant.
He's really very talented.
I always liked the one from a few years ago where they did, cut bits of a Trump speech out and edit it in with shots of the Big Lebowski. Like, I hope I get along with Vladimir Putin. Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
Have you ever noticed that, like, every picture of Trump, especially if it comes from the news, he's always making this face? Like he's in the middle of an SH or something every time. And I mean, I've done it too on my own thumbnails, like up for my videos where I get some complete chowderhead and I catch them making the SH sound. So, every time it makes people look silly.
What I really hate about Trump is his resting face is just this big, ugly, mean, nasty-looking frown. Okay, if that's your
I wonder if
resting
it's because he's
face,
had too much Botox.
then you've got an attitude problem, Buster. Because life is better.
Could be a
than that.
Botox thing. I mean, he's vain enough.
Some people can't help though with the resting bitch face.
Well,
Yeah,
I've got
I
a
suppose.
resting worried face. I think.
I've just tried to not see what Trump has said on Twitter today because everything he said in the last couple of days that I've seen, he is just talk about pouring gasoline on a fire.
Oh,
It just
what did he
occurred to
do
me.
today? He
Should
tweeted
we-
China. That was it. That was all he tweeted. China.
Should we have sorted out alternative contact details for each other? Given that we all universally use Twitter as the main means of contact.
Not
He
so
can't
much,
touch
actually.
Twitter.
I hold my nose and use Twitter. I prefer Facebook, and I know I'm almost unique in that, but I tend toward the verbose, so the character limit on Twitter gets in the way so much.
Oh, it's not. It's the private chat that's the issue. It's the DM groups.
Yeah, when we're trying to send messages to each other, it does get more complicated, doesn't it?
It's not.
Are they removing DMs?
No, it's whether or not Trump does something stupid. that results in Twitter being shut down even temporarily.
Well, I mean,
Oh, I
it's
see.
basically
I
virus.
don't
Let me
think he's-
explain it. This is America. You can't do that. The government cannot shut down a media
Of course it can.
agency. No, they can't.
Yes, of course they
We have
can.
this constitution that is.
We have a
gonna stop them
constitution
from
that
doing
can be suspended in times of emergency. If it's only got
And the
Yeah.
emergency is Trump's ego is in
Hold
mortal
on.
danger.
Yeah,
No,
He'll
the-
use COVID as an
the
excuse.
Congress would not allow this. The military would not.
Congress
allow this.
doesn't get a
I've-
say in the matter in the short term. Yeah, the point
No,
is,
he
he's not going to
tried
be able
this-
to shut down Twitter down indefinitely.
Dave,
But he
he
can
tried
certainly
this
do it.
one. Dave, he tried this once before about national emergency to build that bloody wall, and it didn't get anywhere.
Again,
Oh,
it's what
that's
comes out in the wash. You can't do that straight away.
Mm.
That's the reason it can't. You can't.
That-
If he could have built a wall in 2 weeks, yeah, he could have got it done as a national emergency.
Dave, the cum doesn't come out in the wash. That was the whole problem that a different president had.
Well, that'd be a great T-shirt. Trump's cum is not biodegradable. I don't know why I thought of that. I'm sorry.
And Trump washes his face in Russian whore piss. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I actually do lean to the theory that Putin must have got a tape on him or something like that.
Oh, that yeah, I think he must have. If it's true and they actually did that, Putin would have a tape somewhere.
I
A
can't.
great way to control the Trump, isn't it?
Thing is, I can't see him. I can't see him. I can't see him like actually taking a golden shower because I just can't see. I can't, for the life of me, believe that he's a sub in any way whatsoever.
Well, I can't believe that his wives actually let him climb on top of them. It's just hard to picture. I would need to bathe in so much bleach after that.
It's just a disgusting concept. It makes me want to.
That anyone, even if he's paying them, that anyone would want to have sex with him.
Mm,
No, I mean I'm
there's
not
not
into-
enough
I'm-
money in this
I'm
world.
sorry. I disagree. If someone was paying me 150,000,
All right, Dave would have sex with Trump
I'd
for
have
money.
it's good. The
I
issue here is the amount.
Hmm.
I'd spend an afternoon shagging Trump for 150 grand.
I am
That's
not-
all?
I think she.
I mean, 150
Yeah, you should
million,
do-
and I'd have something to think about. I wouldn't even be sure if it was million, but
Dave, at least,
Grand?
Dave, at least make it
150
150 grand a
to do-
minute.
A
You know.
minute.
50 grand to do Trump? No, that's not enough.
For an afternoon?
No, that's not
it would
probably
enough.
have to be in the
Really-
millions
no.
at least. At least in the millions.
I'm cheap then, apparently.
Hmm.
Yeah, you're cheap.
If we're talking just an afternoon, let's set up this criteria: noon to 3, noon to 4.
Noon to 4. 4
Noon to
hours.
4.
I don't think. In
that'll
all
be
honesty,
$650,000.
I don't think I'd let my dog fuck him for $150 million.
If my dog wanted
I
to,
would
I would.
definitely let my dog fuck him for that one.
Well, I mean, if the dog is pitching rather than catching, I say go for it.
Mm-hmm. I've never known a male dog to catch, so I'm visualizing Rover crawling all over that.
And then afterwards, they tied the knot.
I'm willing to bet if you look on the internet, you can find gay dog sex.
Well, there's one way to find out.
Yes, there is, and I'm not going to employ it. Thank you very much indeed.
Gay
Oh dear, she's
Dog.
doing it.
sex.
With Trump.
Well,
Mm.
Gay
Actually-
dog porn.
Yep.
Free porn site about male sex with dog. First time with animal, dog, gay, fuck, boy, young, ass, male, swallow.
And now this stream has been taken down by.
I'm trying
1,
to
2,
find it. There
3,
was a
4,
picture of someone photoshopped
5,
of
6,
Trump. You know
7,
that picture
8,
of Trump where he's down on his
9.
hands and knees while he's golfing, and someone photoshopped a dog kind of anally jump it. Oh, I found it.
There are 20 responses off the first page of Google for gay dog sex. Now I have to clean my history. Excuse me.
All right, there.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yep.
Jen, you know you're like halfway to the 1,000 to get yourself monetized. I don't think it's happening when you're getting the next 500.
Oh, seriously, Jeff, do you ever... Oh, who did I just remove from the stream?
That
Jenny.
was Jen.
Bad timing. Sorry, Jenny. It was just bad timing. Kate dropped it down at the same time as I went to remove it. So, all right. Let's
Well, then that would be pretty decent timing, actually. We both saw exactly the limit that picture could be up on your stream.
And it's
Ah!
I like that for a dictator.
mm.
So you know the difference between Trump and a jockstrap?
Damn near nothing.
One's a dictator,
Oh.
the other's a dictator. Yeah, actually, the first time I heard that joke, it was Hitler and not Trump, but still.
Well,
Still
it's, I've heard that during the riots that the brand new Donald Trump Presidential Library has been burned down.
Well, that was what,
Yeah.
like 5 pop-up books and a Dr.
I was going to say,
Seuss?
I was going to say
still.
he hadn't even finished colouring in the second one yet, Kate.
What was the thing about Obama's portrait and Trump?
Yeah, I didn't even read the article. I just saw the headline. But apparently, Trump declined to attend the unveiling of the Obama portrait for the White House.
And apparently didn't send an invite to Obama to come and see it.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
And doesn't want it hung in the White House whilst he's president.
Oh, merciful.
He hates Obama, doesn't he?
He fucking hates him. He's got a hate boner a mile long. It's probably the largest
good
erection
Lord.
he will ever have.
Well, I always remember when was it 2012 when Obama won his second term? You see Trump's meltdown on Twitter then. It's
Oh yeah.
scary to think 4 years later that it would be Trump going into the.
With his
You know, I
covfefe
spent-
in one hand and his...
I spent years working on a psychiatric unit at a hospital. And if Donald Trump was our patient, I assure you he would have zero privileges. Zero. Just he couldn't possibly earn them.
Oh no!
What have you found, Jeff?
I was just looking up Donald Trump jokes, and this one's pretty nasty. I'm like, ouch!
Oh, go on, you'll have to read it now.
Oh god! 3 things I trust more than Donald Trump: elevator rides with Ray Rice, Flint, Michigan tap water, and Bill Cosby drinks. Ouch!
Who's Ray
Oh.
Rice? I don't know this Ray Rice fellow.
Oh, I've heard
Look at
the
him up.
name. I'm going to actually. He's an ex-NFL running back or something, so I'm guessing he's done something in an elevator or something.
Isn't he the one who cold cocked his girlfriend in the elevator or something like that?
Oh,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I'm seeing video of it right here on Daily Motion. Ah, Xander, stop doing that, you stupid cat. He has no concept of like gravity, I guess, because he rolls around on my lap while he's being petted and rolls off fairly frequently. And when he does,
He digs claws in.
yep.
He doesn't have a problem with it.
Well, no, but he will. No, I don't do that.
So, do we want to keep talking, Drivel, or do we want to have a game?
Either way,
I don't mind either way. What do people want to do?
I could whip out my vibrator.
That wasn't what I meant. Jeff. I can get mine out
Oh,
too.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
You're forgiven.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go in about 15 minutes. So
Oh, we
High
may as well
fiber
keep
diet?
talking because
yeah.
4's not really enough to play, and I don't even know if the chat want to play.
Well, I've put it out in the chat. Does anyone want to play Quiplash in the chat? You know.
Yeah. Does anyone want to play a game in the chat, like Quiplash or something like that?
How about a nice game of chess?
We could
Chess.
play chess.
Sorry, I'll did 80s movie reference. Don't worry about it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
War games.
War games. Yes, that's right. War games.
I haven't seen that film in years.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah. I've got a copy, but yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
I don't remember it.
So I'm very young Matthew
But you can
Broderick.
watch it again.
Well, I mean, I remember it all too well because I was terrified of nuclear war when I was little.
You are
Mostly
so much
because of that
Wally, aren't
movie.
you, Dave?
You
Say again?
You know a lot, but you forget everything.
Yes,
well,
which is quite good for some films.
It
Hey,
is.
well,
War games. I've got these references that I remember, but I don't remember the film.
well, I'm going to say, Kate, if that film terrified you in nuclear war, I'm glad you didn't see Fred's.
Friends?
Yeah, it was a British TV movie about nuclear war, and I probably, to be honest, when I was of age, I probably shouldn't have been watching it, but it traumatized me, and it still holds up now. It's traumatizing.
Well, I mean, War Games came out in what, 1983 or something
Yeah.
similar, which means I would have been about 7.
Mm. Well, do you ever hear the American TV movie The Day After that depicted a nuclear war?
Heard of it, never seen
Yeah.
it. Yes, I was right. 1983. Go me.
Yeah. Well, Fred's is a bit like watching. It's like it watched whoever wrote Fred's. Sort of was like saw The Day After and thought, "Hold my beer."
Hmm.
It's that. It is.
Kate, you should have been around in the 50s and 60s when they actually had us do hide your ass under your desk and pretend you can survive a nuclear blast exercises.
Yeah, my dad's told me about the duck and cover duck and cover drills he had to do. So
fucking
yeah,
leave an imprint. That's with me to this. I still have dreams from time to time about assuming the position and us all getting wiped out.
assuming the position.
Thank you, Defense Department. You did good.
Assuming the position. I'm just saying.
No things here.
Yeah.
Have you seen Mr. Worley's new book?
I haven't read it yet.
I've seen the
Actually,
cover.
no, I'm gonna
Very shiny.
I'm gonna get it at some time.
I ended up interviewing him last night.
Okay.
Oh.
Wes. I got a panicked message at about 10 to 12 saying, are you busy? Can you come host an interview? I said, what? I said, I'm in bed. And he said, my host hasn't turned up. I need someone now.
So
not sure.
what's this book about?
Fantastic fallacies and where to find them.
Oh. Well, let me ask you 5 questions about this book, if I may. Number 1, are there any spaceships?
No.
Probably
Are there any
not.
robots?
No.
Probably not.
Are there any aliens?
No.
Are there any laser guns?
Yes.
Really?
No.
Okay, question number 5. Then why would I like this?
Because it's non-fiction.
That's
And
a point against
I live in
it, but-
non-fiction.
and
Why
it's-
would I want to read non-fiction?
And it's Wally for it's our Dave.
It's Wally. It's not Dave. It's Wally.
Hmm.
Yeah.
David's Worley. Yes,
Yeah,
I keep having problems being on streams with him. There are too many names.
Dave, I do a show with another Jen.
Yes, it's horrific.
It's so much fun.
Do
you not, Jen, do you not remember last night trying to address you?
Oh, because there's 2 of us.
Yes.
I hear as well.
And you thought every one of them was for you.
Oh, I was very drunk though. In my
Really?
defense, and I'm sorry, Jenny, but I was very drunk.
Oh,
Really, we didn't notice. I'm glad actually, because I actually during
You were quite drunk by the end
I
of
was
it.
going to say I had next to several beers, like so I sat outside listening to Six Pack on there. So I'd knocked back several beers, and obviously got the message, Dave, you want to come and join? Yeah, why not? So I was kind of half cut on stream, and Jen, you frankly took the heat off of me.
You got quite
I
belligerent.
certainly
by
did.
the end.
I even if any of you had been drinking at all, I think I would have made you all look sober last night.
Yeah, you weren't slurring your words very much. I was.
I
Kind of
don't
impressed with
slur
that.
my words that much when I'm drunk, but I definitely get flirty and lovey, and I get very talky. Not that I'm not talky anyway, but I get worse, which is why I told Dave he had to control the mute. Hey, no one can mute me today. But I'm not drunk, so yeah.
I need to add in remote mute.
Remote mute. Now that's what needs to happen, I guess, whenever I'm producing a show for somebody else. They need a remote mute so they can shut me the fuck up. Jen and I have decided that when we're doing as in Jen Aldrich, because there's too many Jens, when we're doing our shows in the future, we're going to decide which one of us takes the lead in keeping the questions, and the other one's going to try and will be part of the conversation, but also try and keep a notice on make sure everybody gets to talk.
Yeah.
So you're going to do switch hitting.
We could do that. She's awesome. At some point we're going to grab a whole heap of different gens in the community and just have a panel full of gens.
Yeah, I just realized I'm gonna have to prepare. Well, I can probably do that tomorrow morning because I've got a stream tomorrow.
I thought you said you got a strip.
That's what I heard too.
Damn it, Jen! I got a stream with the one I do with Hissy tomorrow, haven't I? So
yours or hers channel?
So I believe I'm hosting it this week.
Cool.
I love that name.
Which book?
We're doing Asterix and the Big Fight tomorrow.
That could be any of them.
That's the name of the book.
You know, I keep meaning to read those books. Like way back in the day, a friend of mine had them next to all of his Tintins, and I never got around to reading it.
They are good, but as we found out, because I guess I did a sort of stream when Albert Adesu died about a month or two ago, and I'd always remembered Asterix books. But I think since reading them, although I still enjoy a lot of them, I did, when we come across it, I realised I'd been looking back through rose-tinted glasses a bit on my childhood with them. Because let's be honest, some of the depictions of certainly black people, there's no two ways about it. They are completely racist.
Well, it's the same in Tintin, actually.
Oh, yeah, it's very similar to Tintin. It's I mean, there's no two ways around it. You can't, you can contextualize it a little bit, but you can't excuse it.
Mm.
All right, I'm going to hit something controversial.
Oh dear!
Oh boy!
Because I had words with Conspiracy Cats the other day.
Okay.
You've had words with everybody. You're so mean.
Yeah, I'm a fucking bully. Don't you know that?
That's right. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Cut, paste.
Sorry?
Cut, paste.
Cut, paste.
So.
Yeah, I have words with him because they're in their debating thing. They want to get two people to do together to debate trans women in sports.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw Cats do that, and I was like, oh.
And I messaged him and I said, "That's a really bad idea. Don't you remember what happened last year?"
Yeah.
And I said, "This is not going to. No matter who you get on there, no matter how nice they are, this is not going to end up good for you." I listed everything wrong, and he goes, "I think I'm going to have to go and have a talk to Creaky."
I think, yeah. I mean, I thought they were was going to get more of a backlash about the pro-choice versus pro-life debate, but apparently someone had approached Katz or something about who was like, and I think was anti-trans women in sports, and
Yeah.
so he was looking out for someone to come and defend. But I saw that and I didn't get involved, but I was thinking nothing good can come of this.
No, that's what I told him. I said, "Look, yeah, this is bad, especially as you did how many biological sexes there are, and your very first show, and now you're going to do now. That's no one's really in the long term. No one's really going to care that they tried to debate that. But the other one is a complicated topic that most of the people who debate it don't understand it. A lot of the scientists you talk about don't understand it because there's only been a handful of studies ever done. This
is why I sort of sat back a lot on a lot of the arguments around that going on last year. I didn't want to get involved of it because I didn't feel I knew enough about this to really weigh in with anything sensible. And the way people were going after one another, I was just like, I don't want to fucking weigh in on. The only time I weighed in publicly was when the thing that happened to Rachel Oates happened, and because I was like, at that point I was like, this has crossed the fucking line now.
But that wasn't even about that by that point. That was just about somebody with an ego being a prick.
That was the fall. That was on the fallout of that, on the tail end fallout of that stuff, and
I mean.
I was not solidly in anyone's camp on that one because I can see both sides of each argument, and some of the things people say are valid and some of the things they say are crap on both sides. What I knew, though, was I didn't want, even if I agreed with Essence of Thought, did not want to be on that side because of the behavior of that side. Where I'm like, even if I agree with you, I can't support you. I don't want you on my team because you're being a jerkwad about the whole thing.
Exactly. And when you have people arguing... Sorry, Dave?
Go on. All I was going to say was on every side, the worst possible
elements came out. Yeah.
Were always...
Yeah. And
the ones that were being heard.
What anybody in this has to remember is it's all coming down to personal opinions and not anything to do with the science, because there isn't enough science. So... shut the fuck up and wait for the science.
The point is that wasn't valid. That you weren't allowed to have that opinion.
Yeah.
Everywhere where I dipped into it, I was trying. It was don't know, need to be rational, need to be reasonable, and regardless of where that was, you were attacked for not either not defending strongly enough or not attacking strongly enough.
Yeah,
you couldn't.
You were stupid and divisive, and it's exactly what will happen if Katz runs the debate. It doesn't matter how nice the two people are in the debate; they can be perfectly fine and have a reasonable debate.
I mean, I do.
The chat and the followers are going to go shit show.
You are going to get. I mean, I'll be honest. I mean, if you ever got to a point where we can have that debate sensibly, I'm all for having it. But after what happened last year, I'm not convinced people.
And I don't think the debate belongs in the community anyway.
No, I don't think it does.
The debate belongs between the medical professionals, the scientists who do the studies, and the sporting bodies. It doesn't belong in our community, because all we care about is rights and inclusions for people in normal life. And in normal life, we're not top grade sports people. And if your argument is that trans women shouldn't be doing women's sports below top grade, then you are a fucking bigot at that point. I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. I mean, like I said, I kind of, I suppose in a way, I appreciate the fact that they're starting this new debate panel and they're trying to have bit more in-depth things than the usual sort of things that you get on, like, say, Modern Day Debate or whatever, or some of these other debate channels we've had in the past, like
Like, you know, it's like, I mean, I'm not being funny. I don't know how many more flat Earth debates we need, or how many creationism versus evolution debates we really need. So I do appreciate that they're trying to do something a bit different with this.
The problem is we need them over and over again, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And that is the problem we have with the people that have been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
You need to make, unfortunately, the same video over and over again with a slightly different twist, even though it's the same arguments, because the Christians are doing that on the scale we are doing it. The Christians are doing it on a scale of 1,000 to 1. For every one time we counter one of their arguments, they are putting out the exact same argument 1,000 times.
Yeah.
And they are just drowning us, and that's how they win. That's how they've won in the past. It's how they are going to win now.
But
unless we counter it with the same stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, but I mean, I suppose to me, after a while, it gets a little bit. I mean, and as far as some of the debate channels, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like James, but off Modern Day Debate, I like the guy, but let's be funny, he's just fostering dumpster fires right now.
Oh yes, yeah, I like the guy. I hate the channel. The channel can go.
Oh yeah, I mean, look what he's got on. He's got fucking G-Man on tonight, for goodness sake, again.
But it's controversy. He wants
to
what.
You know it's going to be. You know there's going to be nothing along the lines of an intelligent discussion when G-Man's involved. It is, yes, bring it on there. Let's watch the dumpster fire. That's that's the only reason you bring a guy like G-Man on. I think the only time I've even seen him have anything close to a civilized conversation was with Shannon Q, and he still said a load of outrageously ridiculous shit in that.
He is the living embodiment of Dunning-Kruger.
But I mean, but like when he had Fight the Flat Earth and Team Skeptic on, who are two creators I quite like. But yeah, there were two on as a team against G-Man and Nathan Thompson, and it's like, I mean, you talk about like, I mean, Nathan Thompson makes G-Man look quite smart, quite frankly, and polite in comparison.
I think Nathan Thompson makes everyone look smart.
Yeah. And
I mean, you're talking about a guy who showed up at a fucking kids' school with little
yeah, exactly.
Chick track books about flat Earth, and started yelling at kids that their teachers were lying to them and that the flat Earth is real.
I think the key thing that where I think he really screwed up was when he shouted out to the kids, "I love you." And I'm there like, and you could tell even in the live chat there was even some of his flat Earth followers saying, "Nathan, I don't think this is a good idea what you're doing."
Is that it was Nathan who peed in the pot plant live on stream, isn't it? It was Nathan who peed in the pot. Who peed in the pot?
No, that was Sleeping Warrior.
Oh, it was too. It was Sleeping Warrior.
Yeah, Anthony Riley who did that.
Anthony Riley.
But I mean, but you know what I'm saying. You don't get guys on like, and you've seen. I mean, again, I like Team and Fight the Flat Earth, but you've seen how they are in debates. So you just knew James is bringing that on. Let's have a great big fucking dumpster fire. And
I'd like to see Kate debate Ray Comfort.
You know, I think it's been explained to me before, but I can never remember, maybe because it's just that stupid, why the flat earthers think there's some conspiracy to like say that the earth is a sphere. What would be gained by the earth being
control?
But control of what?
Control of you, control of me, control of everything, control of money,
control of your thoughts.
But how does it control money for the earth to be like flat but lied about?
Well, because the people who have the money, which are the governments who have taxed us or stolen our money, are the people who disperse it, and so they give it to their favorite agencies for dispersal, which of course are connected to corporations that they favor.
But so what does that have to do with the shape of the earth?
Pretty much nothing except that the shape of the Earth really is that it's flat, and the whole globe thing is part of the lie, because if they make us believe we live on a globe Earth, we are powerless to the forces of God, and God is supreme, so the Earth has to be flat so that they can be strong and one with God.
But
It's the
But-
weirdest conspiracy.
It is the weird, and
I
this
don't
is
know. It just seems like there's no
Yeah.
material gain whatsoever. I mean, and if there is a conspiracy, someone somewhere would have to think of it in the first place and convince other people it's a good idea.
Well, sure.
But if you
sure.
convince everyone else, the citizenry, that there's a flat Earth, I mean, what does that do? Is it a proof of concept for how gullible everyone is, or I just
Well, in
I
their
think-
case, it is. There's several different types of flat earthers. There's the what I call the prime movers, and these are the guys who are up on top of the group that
The
doesn't
money
exist
train?
as a formal group, who absolutely know the Earth is not flat. and
the
are doing it
Mark
for the-
Sargents and Jeronisms of the world. Yeah,
they're doing it for the money. That's it. Then you got the second tier who are guys who can make a little bit of money off of it, who want to emulate the big guys, and kind of do believe that the Earth is flat. And then there's the third group, which are the absolute Luddites who believe that the Earth is flat and God is great and all the bullshit. And they all believe in conspiracy. Every one of them is going to be a multiple conspiracy believer, of flat Earth, of vaccinations, of the pyramids, of aliens.
Fake moon landings,
it.
because it goes with the territory of flat Earth.
I mean,
Yeah, I have to believe all of
I
that.
mean, Jen and I
It
know a
still
flat earther, and we
seems
like he's a nice guy as well, Bobby. But
it
Yeah,
still
Bobby.
seems like the answer I'm after here is being danced around without actually being addressed. Try phrasing it this way: by convincing everyone that the Earth is a sphere instead of flat, the reward is.
yeah, this is okay. I've got to say, the question you're asking there is the question that I've always asked flat earthers. I said, what purpose does this conspiracy serve? And I've never got I've got a good answer. I think the best answer I've got, and it's still not a very good one, is that there's a belief that that science is covering something up because they made a massive mistake like hundreds of years ago or whatever, and and again they link that to money or whatever. Now I'm going to tell you that's the best explanation I've got.
What the cover up is that the government, that science is working together to cover up that God is real, that the Bible is true.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
It all
Okay.
comes down to that.
I see. All right, that makes a lot more sense now. Got it.
And everything else is just use to try to tie it all in. But then there's such obvious ignorant flaws like well the moon is fake and they put it and they just put it up there to fool to us later. Well, who put it up there 500 years ago? You're asking a few obvious questions and they have no answer for it, and they'll dance around it and make up their bullshit.
The thing with them is, though, as well, the big thing that I've noticed in terms of them with like the science side of it is a lot of it is based on their own personal incredulity. They can't understand how this works, therefore it can't be like that. They don't understand how they can be like going through space at however many miles an hour or whatever on a spinning ball and not feel that. And you have to try to explain these things to them, but it's like they can't see how that they can't get their heads around the concepts of how this works. Now, admittedly, I'm not really a big scientific kind of person. There isn't. I know a little, but I by no means. I'm not really the person to be out there having the debates with them and debunking that. There's people far more qualified to do it. But and I will have to admit that to a certain degree, I have to put a certain amount of trust in people who do know what the fuck they're talking about. But this is the thing. It is that a lot of it goes back to that whole incredulity thing. I don't understand how this could be. Therefore, it can't be.
Hmm.
There are some.
I'll be back in 2 minutes, Jen. All right.
There are
Yeah,
some what appear to be clear mental defectives, and I don't use that word to judge as a judgment, but there are definitely brain structures that allow and disallow people to think about certain things, to understand certain concepts. Three-dimensional thinking is difficult. Even intelligent people can have lots of trouble with three-dimensional thinking. Flat earthers are like almost across the board incapable of three-dimensional visualization. That they look at a plane that's going across the sky, and as it goes to the edge of the sky, to the horizon, they think it's going down, because that's how it looks in their eyes. They can't visualize the concept that it's still continuing flat, but your angle makes it look like it's going down. That they just can't understand that.
Yeah.
They look at a rocket launch like the Falcon in a couple of hours, and they see that rocket going up and then down into the ocean, which they do, of course, in the ocean so they can continue to lie and get $50 million a day. You know,
Yeah,
So-
they don't recognize that the curve that they see is because of the curve of the planet, and not so much the arc of the spacecraft. So it's all relative, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And for a lot of flat earthers, it's all about their relatives.
Yeah, well, when your mom is also your aunt.
It's Hillbilly Ken's home. It's Hillbilly Ken home again, isn't it? I should play that again. It's so much fun.
I don't know. There's a lot of things that I've wondered about that, honestly, if you express them in public, people are going to look at you like you're a complete asshole. And so I usually keep them to myself, but I've been trying to figure out exactly what it is about a Southern accent that makes someone sound like a dipshit. They could be a complete and total PhD, like a multiple PhD, recipient, but with that Southern accent, it's hard to imagine them anything other than, well, dumb.
I have somebody who you can listen to that'll help you get over that.
Yeah.
His name is Blue Marble Science.
Okay.
Search him on YouTube. He's a very, very smart man. Scientifically, I believe his degree is in Masters of Engineering. But he's just damn smart, damn logical, very good at communication and explaining things.
What was that? Blue Marble Science, you said?
Yep.
Yeah.
And he is as Southern as the day is long. He even has a donkey.
Gotcha.
Does he actually? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he does, I guess.
But that just means there's something about the accent itself, or possibly the cultural relation to it. But even so, it's like, because the guy you're describing sounds more exception than rule.
Well,
They're
I
just
agree
talking about
with you.
drop
That
tea again.
I hear the Southern accent, and I hear the same thing you're describing.
Yeah.
And I just, I've gotten to know a lot of Southern folks who really are brilliant. And you just kind of, even though you listen to them, you just kind of, that's amazing, all that smart coming out of that voice. It's.
So, I mean, I'm sure there's a study out there somewhere. I tried Googling it, and mostly what I found was people saying, no, the Southern accent is really awesome and sexy and doesn't sound like inbred hillbillies to me at all. And I'm like, okay, sure, maybe it doesn't, but I want to hear like a linguist or someone who studies accents for a living explain why that cultural perception persists.
Well, the Southern accent is just a step or two away from the English accent or
I've
the
heard
Irish
this.
accent.
But I've also heard that the original, British accent, English accent sounded closer to the Southern accent we know, and way hundreds of years ago or whatever. And now, the British are the ones who changed rather than the folks in the U.S.
In England, my accent would probably be considered a little bit like
Can I guess your
southern
can I
punk,
guess
you
your
know.
accent? Are you
Go on.
Cockney?
No,
No.
You sound a little more.
Um,
Maybe I'm wrong. North.
Eastern
No?
Midlands.
He's a Scouser.
Hmm.
no, we've got one. We actually got one in the stream here. It's that, but Dave doesn't have that accent anymore.
I know, he's a Scouser.
I know he's eating at the moment, but
You're a little bit more.
Posh is not how I would have described his accent.
Yeah, you're a little bit more inland than Dave.
probably
Is that
not.
right?
Probably
No?
not. No, but I don't know exactly where Dave lives, and we don't want to. Don't have to ask him.
We don't want
where
to.
on the
We no, we're not.
I know.
we're not
I know
gonna
some.
see-
I know somewhere where he used to live, which isn't too far away from me.
Is that why he doesn't sound like a proper Scouser?
No,
I don't know. If someone wants
He's
to
not
talk
here, so
about
we can be
posh
funny.
accents,
I'm
the first
I'm-
place my brain goes is that tall, thin, old dude who plays the toffee-nosed jackass in every sitcom. You know the guy I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He was on Mad About You, and it's not a sitcom, but he was also on with The West Wing.
Oh, well,
Oh, I'll
Yeah.
find him and show you a picture, and you'll go, "Oh, that guy."
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Dave's
Hey.
back. I think. Yeah.
Hey, Dave.
We're talking British accents.
We're talking about you being a Scouser.
I don't sound anything like a British accent. That doesn't sound right.
You do.
I don't
I
sound
saw this stream
Oh.
a week or so ago discussing the UK vernaculars,
that's
and it said something like 11 to 14 different accents that actually, went on a map and focusing on, you talk about people in this area, Liverpool, for example,
Find a good picture.
like 2 different accents in and around the London area, and so it was kind of interesting. I don't remember it all because wasn't trying to learn that, but it's interesting.
Having a hard
Well, I
time
figured out-
finding a good picture of this guy.
I mean, Dave might testify to this, but look, like the way I sound would sound like I would sound in England. A lot of people would think that I'm a bit like a country out in the sticks and a bit, bit backwards kind of accent.
That's even better.
Oh, God damn!
Well, that looks
Little
familiar. But
Oh yeah,
Snake.
I've seen him.
Snake.
Sure.
Paxton Whitehead is his name.
Ah,
Ooh, how
Yes.
British.
So, I mean, that guy, you listen to his voice and he sounds posh to my ears
Hmm.
in ways that Dave and Godless Scummer here don't.
no,
Oh,
I don't.
And
Jeff
where
doesn't
does
sound
where
posh.
does the
I don't.
and where does the word posh come from?
What? How
It's,
out?
Oh, it's
okay.
from the Spice Girls, wasn't it? No, I'm
Okay.
kidding.
Dave got that for me. So
I've got to admit, you
naval
really
term.
need either Nerdy or Badger to get the posh.
But even then, neither of those are that posh.
No.
Badger,
Badger
I
can
think
do
Badger-
the
This guy
posh,
sounds
though.
like he's got,
Badger's
I don't know
well-spoken.
why this is the mental image, but like like 5 pounds of cotton shoved up his ass is what this guy sounds like. The Paxton Whitehead fella.
Hmm
Yeah.
That's a good way to describe it.
And that
He's
killed the
definitely-
conversation. Go me.
No,
No,
he's
no,
definitely
no.
posh.
But no,
So
but
where does the word posh come from? Come on.
right,
come
it's
on.
the it's
Port
the
out,
naval.
starboard home.
Dave,
Very good.
stop stealing my thunder.
I'm not talking
Yeah, I
about-
think Raven's right. You hit some of your sounds a bit too scousey for to be actually posh.
Hey, you calling him Scouser, like?
What is
Yeah, it's Scouser Light. Yes, that's what we're going to call Dave from now on. Scouser Light.
I can't really do that accent. It's this Newcastle
you-
one. They
You do Sean Connery well, though.
don't know what you're talking about, Jen. I don't. That wasn't very good.
That was
That
rather-
wasn't very good.
That was not very good.
You also do Jar Jar well, but
Please don't.
Yeah, we don't have Mander or Badger here to torture with that, so I'm going to refrain from doing Jar Jar.
you say you only do it to torture people?
I
Yeah,
can't think of any
I-
other
I-
reason.
I-
Everything about Jar Jar's life is just to torture people.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's probably true.
I heard somewhere that George Lucas actually said Jar Jar is his favorite Star Wars character. I hope he
Oh,
was
God.
kidding.
Well, if the story is true and the original plan for Jar Jar had happened, then yeah, I think he would have been a brilliant character because Darth Jar Jar is fucking awesome idea.
You just imagine the ears flailing around as he spins around.
Yeah, he'd probably
Yeah,
cut them
with
off
his
the
lightsaber.
Oh, are you getting it, Dave? I'm just watching Twitter. Are you getting into it with Trump?
I don't know what you're talking about. I never get into it with Trump.
Oh, dear,
Don't make
dear.
our comments.
Into what?
Um,
I mean, what the hell is Dave doing with Trump that he's getting into it with?
He's trying to
Paid me
start.
£150,000.
He's trying to start a Twitter feud with Donald Trump. That's what he's doing.
You're trying to earn £150,000. Is that what it is, Dave?
I want a new house.
I don't think £150,000 is enough.
It
You need
is.
another zero.
No, £150,000 is enough.
Is that?
Yeah, I can move somewhere quiet and nice. I mean,
Hang
you
with
go to
cover.
Newcastle. You go to Newcastle. I can buy a street for that.
Although, to be honest, Trump's probably so small that he wouldn't even damage you. So.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Dave. I just sent you a little response to that.
Oh. Oh, I just realised I can pop these up. Oh, nerdy.
You still
Ew!
haven't explained
Ew!
to us know nothing's
Okay,
what
this
is
is
a
why we
Gotta
can't
be-
be friends.
Got to be on his
Scout.
tongue.
what is a scouser?
You're a
What
bad boy,
is-
nerdy. You are
Scouser.
always a bad boy.
The Scouser is generally like a that's like a slang term for people from Liverpool.
Hmm?
Okay.
But I'm not actually from Liverpool.
Yeah, you're the other side of the river from that. Jen, this is what I've just replied to Trump with Dave.
So is that like
Funny.
I mean, it's like Liverpool Scouse?
Yeah.
That doesn't
Yeah.
really connect. What does Scouse even mean, really? Like, I know how it's applied, but what does it mean?
No idea. It could be the food.
Okay.
It's formerly known as formerly it's known as like the accent or the dialect or something, but I'm going to look up quickly where it actually the name came from.
Birkenhead.
Apparently it was it's derived from a Norwegian word.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know how I'm Lapskaus, I think that's how it's pronounced. I do not know if that's how I'm pronouncing it at all, but
Be right back. I need to go find some ice cream.
yeah, I know it is uncertain exactly where that term originated from. So
Dave's got to find some ice cream because he's trying to earn money from Donald Trump. It's an interesting use for ice cream there, Dave.
well, I don't know. I think it's interesting to find where some of these names for things and slang terms came from. Like, I finally got curious enough to look up hoser. Like when Canadians are calling each other that. It was interesting, the origin.
I mean, let's like I said, there are sort of like just like nicknames or whatever from different parts of like people from Newcastle are known as Geordies, which again I do not know where the origin of that at all.
Oh,
but,
Star Trek. Kidding.
Yeah.
You guys,
What-
I'm gonna bug out of here. I have
Yeah,
got to
alright.
fall asleep for a while.
Why is it called Hants?
What called Hants? Hampshire.
Yeah.
Just
Oh.
the abbreviation, I think.
How is that an abbreviation?
I don't know. I didn't come up with it.
You live there.
You used to live there. Why didn't you look it up when you were here?
I did. I never found out.
Did Jeff just say people from his area of the country are just called cunts?
Yes.
Oh, that's what
It's Mr. Cunt Sir to you, and I think.
Yes, Mr. Cunt.
It's Nerdy from Hampshire.
So you have to
Sorry,
ask him,
I
Dave.
had to look up the word because I always got curious about the name Hampshire. And apparently it's from Old English Hampton, roughly meaning
Yep.
village or town. I always thought it had something to do with ham. Like this is a shire where they sold a lot of ham, but then the P made no sense.
Yeah,
It is a
I think it's an old Saxon word, I believe. I mean, the actual original, there was a Saxon settlement called Hampton, which is actually where not where I live, which is now called Southampton.
Yeah.
So
Nerdy said a mank. He doesn't sound anything like a mank.
well, you actually heard him.
He doesn't
Yeah.
sound like a rodent either.
Yeah, but Mank's an Oasis. Like Gallagher brothers.
Mm.
Nerdy sounds posher than me and Badger.
How he does. Nerdy is very
It
posh.
actually, yeah, actually, I mean, it actually said that the name Hampshire actually does take its name from Southampton, which was just called Hampton at one time.
Getting Nerdy to appear on streams is next to impossible, though. He always wusses out, doesn't he?
Some people just can't do it. Okay.
I haven't seen Nerdy on a stream in a long time.
I'm not
No,
going
I
to
mean
say
neither.
anything that they're weak or anything like that. You know, if they are, they are.
Hey. What,
Yes,
Nerdy?
Good,
I
good
wasn't
night.
saying he was weak. I'm just saying he keeps wussing out.
Hey,
I'll be back later, but I'm going to go crash for a while.
I'm waving and you can't see
All
me.
right, no worries,
Oh.
Jan.
Bye bye.
All right,
See
there
you,
go.
Jen.
Scouse named
Bye-bye,
after the
Kate.
food.
Hmm?
See, Jenny,
What was that?
Scouse accent is named after the
Can't be
food.
good. Don't get caught.
I'm going to go
Yeah.
scouse around a bit. That's what I'm going to do.
Sorry.
You
I
shouldn't
may
like that.
wind up in the next 20 minutes anyway, because apparently Ring's got his D&D streams happening, although they're kind of boring to watch. But
Yeah,
Bee's got a stream coming up too, doesn't she? So,
Yeah.
he's
Well,
got
and
one
it's
coming up.
about-
It's about another hour and 20
No,
minutes.
it's 6
I think.
o'clock.
Oh, okay.
But
Oh,
it's
is it?
also like
Is it 6 o'clock?
20 or 10
Yeah.
in the morning here, and I haven't had breakfast yet. So
So
I'm
we
gonna
might
double-check that.
we may
I'm
wind up. I've had a bit
I'm
of
going to
fun.
double
It's like-
check that a second, Dave.
for me, so-
I'm going to double
and I'm
check
actually starting to
that.
get tired again. So I don't.
It's in the chat.
that caffeine
Yeah.
did
What have you got coming up, Kate? Because what have you got coming
not a lot, honestly. With the whole pandemic thing and the self-isolation and all of that, my mood has been down, and I just haven't had the will to make a video. Like I made one
Oh.
yesterday, I've made 2 this month,
Um,
and it's just been but at the same time, I've been working really hard on this animation I've been working on for a while. So, we'll see if my mood comes back up and I'll start making videos more regularly again. But right now, I don't have a lot
You're
going.
still streaming, though. You're still doing streams
Yeah.
with like.
Oh, well, yeah, okay, I'm on other people's streams, but my own personal channel, not so much.
You should really. We should do a stream on your channel. I'd like to do a stream with you on your channel. That'd be fun.
right, Dave. By the way,
I don't know what
according,
it's about, but it'd be fun.
according to the schedule here, it says live in 78 minutes, so that's like 7 p.m. our time.
You should sit.
That's just what I honestly just go to the stream. That's just what
No,
she's
I agree. I'm just not. That's just
So-
not.
so.
She's
I
lost
don't know.
track of her own
She's-
stream. Then
doesn't you might want to get her to clarify here.
I had Google accidentally set me up in the wrong time zone once and set the time entirely wrong.
Well, I've got like I'm not on a stream, but I'm on a private Zoom thing. On a sci-fi, sitting on like a sci-fi panel tonight. So
Oh, cool.
yeah,
That sounds like fun.
Obviously.
some of the stars of the like original Superman movies.
What, like the
Obviously not
Reeve
Christopher
Superman
Reeve unless
movies?
they're having him in a jar.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
Christopher
picture
Reeve
who's
movies.
still
Yeah.
alive from those.
Well, at least two of the people I'll be talking to is Jackie Halloran and Sarah Douglas, who are
Oh well, I know Sarah.
they were the minions of General Zod. Like, but Sarah Douglas, she's played a lot of sci-fi villains and that. So
Yeah.
but I actually wanted to talk to her because she's cool. She seems cool as fuck in real life. She's like quite a good follow on Twitter at times, you know.
Wait a minute. That John Hurd? Sorry, I was looking at Margot Kidder's. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, that's right. John Hurd is dead. I was looking at Margot Kidder's marriages on IMDb, and apparently for like 10 minutes, she was married to John Hurd, of all people.
I heard that story. I didn't know that it was actually true.
Yeah, no, it says right here 25th of August, 79 to 26th of December, 1980. Those two were hitched.
It's about 1984 in America soon.
Man, she could not stay married, could she?
According to this, John Hurt was never married to. But this is, mind you, this is Wikipedia. So.
Oh wait, did you look up John Hurt? Because this is John Hurd.
Okay, okay. I misheard you. No.
Like he was the dad in Home Alone. That guy.
Oh, that guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
So
was
what have you got
also
coming up, Jeff?
oh gosh, what Chud of all things.
What have I got coming up? Well, I've told you I've got tomorrow. We've got me and Hissy going through our Asterix streams because we're having a lot of fun with them, and
awesome.
It's I mean, basically the concept is we're kind of reading through the Asterix books and that, but we're Hissy's very, very well informed of the actual history of that period. We kind of get into it a little bit as well, but try and do it in a bit of light and fun way. We've had to be a bit serious on a couple of occasions because, like I said, we've had to address the blatant racism in the books. You know, we could ignore that, but generally we're trying to have a bit of fun with them. So.
You didn't show yourself, Dave.
Because I don't do that.
Dave,
You're a pain.
You should show yourself more.
I'm on somebody else's channel.
Yeah, I'm hoping. No, never mind. I'm not going to go there.
Go on.
Well, just thinking that someone took "Show Yourself" rather pruriently.
There you go. Oh, he did it anyway.
I just,
So, yeah.
Yay, killed
So
the
we
stream
need
again.
Sorry, that was because Dave and I were fighting over who was tweeting out him. Typing out. Doesn't matter. So what do you got, Dave? You got a questions tomorrow night?
No.
Monday. You should ask Kate on.
She doesn't get up in the morning.
Yes, I do. I'm up in the morning right now.
But I think to be honest, what are you, like 8 hours behind us?
Something like that.
Well, I gather your Pacific time. Is that right?
Yes.
So so it's like, so I'm trying to think. It's like 1 p.m. or something when we normally do questions. So it must be real early for Kate.
Yeah, it'd be really early for Kate.
Really early.
Well, you said 1 p.m. I assume you meant a.m.
No.
No,
1 p.m.
Oh, if it's 1 p.m.
1
my
p.m.
time, I'm up.
No, 1 p.m. our time.
Yeah.
Oh,
8
Proper
hours
time.
ahead of you.
Proper time, British time.
proper time.
But you occasionally do a show in evening time UK.
I do, and I will try and get Kate on it when I do.
Yeah,
I've been suffering for doing.
Hey, I think you could be a lot of fun on one of them.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. I mean, I'll probably be asleep enough to watch it later, but
Well, if I do it late enough, I can do it when you get up.
well, you could do that. You could get me on as well. You just have to let me know in advance so I set an alarm so I get up early enough.
Well, if we all lived on a flat Earth, it would be potentially possible to make it so we're all in the same time zone, too.
Who's echoing, Raven?
I think it's Jen.
No, I've got ear plug in. And I can hear
Blame-
the echo.
Blame Jen. See, I can't hear
Is
it, so it's
it?
probably me. I can't hear it, so it's probably me.
I don't know.
It's quite possible it's not me. I'm not using the headset at the moment, but I don't see how it would have started. I've not changed anything.
There'd been a little bit of echo before, but not a lot. So I'm not going to stress about it. We're nearly done.
Yeah, I think it
So
might
you
be.
So we got questions. You got questions on Monday, Dave. You got anything
Yeah.
else that you're going to be doing? Because you were talking about doing some interviews.
Was I? Who am I
Yeah,
interviewing?
you said something about doing interviews.
He said
No.
that he interviewed Wally on someone else's channel last night.
Oh, that's right. Didn't
Last
you? You were
minute.
interviewed.
I got
Sorry,
one
it's
thing-
late.
I jump on to help people with things.
Oh, okay. So you're probably talking about interviewing on other people's channels and not just the Wally one. Okay, that's
Yeah,
fine.
I'm pretty sure the echo was me. I turned my speakers down and it stopped.
I still think we
Well,
should try and
you
actually
were
do
meant
a
to be the
proper version
expert
of
here.
QI. Sorry,
Say again?
we should actually try and do a proper
Yes.
QI type episode.
How
with an
competitive
interesting
are you, Kate?
Sorry.
How competitive are you, Kate?
Depends on the game.
How's your general knowledge?
General knowledge, decent, I guess. Although ever since those seizures, I've had memory issues. So
That's the same as our quizmaster. So
yeah, you realize I spent about 8 years unable to eat bacon or chocolate.
Why?
wow.
Well, they were seizure triggers. They had vasoconstrictors in them that would make my brains go like completely sideways, and I wouldn't necessarily pass out, but I wouldn't be normal either. So,
That sounds horrific. Especially
Well,
bacon and chocolate.
I've since
Yeah.
fixed it with brain surgery, but still, imagine going that long without either of those things.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Long time. Because bacon's beautiful and
Yes,
so
it
chocolate.
is. Yes, it is. I should
Now I
get
want some
some
chocolate.
bacon.
Oh, I think I've got some chocolate. Oh, I've got some choc mint biscuits.
Oh,
Oh, I
I-
hate mint.
I've just eaten a Solero.
can I ask you a question? Why is it we bake cookies but cook bacon?
Because.
Yeah.
Just wondering.
That's
Oh, I mean,
interesting.
why do we like park on a driveway and drive on a parkway?
We don't.
And if tin whistles are made of tin, why aren't foghorns made of fog?
Yeah.
I love the dad jokes.
If a
Yeah.
fly is called a fly, why isn't a fish called a fish? A swim.
Oh,
that would have been so much better if you hadn't messed it up.
well, a fly would. Well, I think a fly with no wings is called a walk.
Oh, Raven, no. There's certain kinds of epilepsy. Not everyone is triggered by food.
Mm.
Like for example, when I was having the seizures, when I was having the flashing lights, never did it to me.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, but I like bacon.
So are we going to do a QI, are we, Dave?
We could do, no. At the moment, I was thinking I still need a third person for my quiz.
Oh,
And I've got you and Spooky.
You're doing an actual like proper pub quiz as opposed to a.
yeah.
Well, a quiz, as in a quiz show that I've designed. I've designed it in 4 questions, but it's a lot more effort. Is the problem?
It depends on when you're doing it, but I don't mind doing like general knowledge type stuff. But
Yeah. And if you need someone, well, bringing us full circle, if you need someone connected to Kevin Bacon, I can totally do that.
yeah,
Why? What's your connection to Kevin Bacon? Are you related to Kevin Bacon?
No.
only by
Kevin
6
Bacon
degrees.
thing where like anyone in any movie,
Yeah, no. I get that.
Kevin Bacon in 6 steps.
Yes, your Bacon number.
Well, I used to be so good at that, and I probably still am, but Well, like there are certain movies where, sure, Kevin Bacon wasn't in them, but the people in them were in so many other movies and a Kevin Bacon movie. Like Jurassic Park, Ariana Richards was in Jurassic Park and Tremors with Kevin Bacon, and connecting people to Jurassic Park is stupid easy because of Jeff Goldblum.
But if Kevin Bacon had starred in Jurassic Park, it'd have been Jurassic Pork.
Jeff.
That's a groan. That's a groan.
That's the one to end the stream on, I think.
Yeah.
Why is that playing out? That shouldn't be doing that. Damn it.
That's why I want a soundboard,
Yeah.
a proper soundboard.
It could be handy.
It'd be good in streams. I've started putting things together in some of my back things so that I can do fancy stuff in the middle of streams. Just click on them and get things pop up and that. So I'm starting to get a set of them together.
Got a folder just full of sound effects for my videos, but I've never used them live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to set it up properly so you could do it. It'd be fun. But, all right. Thank you guys. This has been a bit of fun. A good little chat. Bye, everyone. Thank you, everyone in the chat. Please subs to everybody here. I'm pretty sure everyone is, but if you're not, go check them out. And go and if you want to catch Jem Morgan, catch her on movie night or wherever else she chooses to appear, because she's a bit of a darling of the talks and she's a lovely person as well. So yeah, thank you guys, and we'll catch you all later. Bye.
Bye.